Akins, and we're going to do an album review of Ronnie James Dio's This Is Your Life. Now, of course, it's not fully by him. It has some special guests, but I'm doing this video because today is the day that Ronnie James Dio had died. One of the greatest vocalists in heavy metal and rock music history. Now, of course, there's so many of them that are great, but Ronnie James Dio, that was something else right there. But Ronnie James Dio is, in fact, a god. Maybe he didn't die in a way, because heavy metal didn't die. So, metal never dies. Now let's see. So I'm gonna review some of the songs that some of these songs. I'm gonna review them. Actually, I'm gonna review them all because it's an album review, and So let's see. Neon Nights. I didn't listen to it very much. I mean, first time I did listen to it, but I didn't really care for it because, well, I don't know. I don't know. Some people prefer it. Some people don't. Like, I don't know. I wasn't into it. Last in Line by Tenacious D. Tenacious D is a comedy rock band, but they did some kick-ass songs too, And for them to do the Last in Line, and for Dio to be in their movie, but them to do Last in Line, it was epic. Like it was A plus right there. Freaking yeah, I mean, I don't really know who could have done it better. Mob Rules done by the Adrenaline Mob. Almost seems like the song was made for them because they did it fucking perfectly. And I probably shouldn't say. Yeah, never mind. Rainbow in the Dark, done by Corey Taylor and some others. Now, Corey Taylor was a badass vocalist in his own right, Did Stone Sour, Slipknot, He's a badass dude. I mean, he's even gonna do his own deal soon. Now, he did his own rendition of the song, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was his own version of it. In a way, it was heavier. It wasn't better, but it was still good, and it almost seemed like they were two different songs. So it was a pretty good song right there. Straight Through the Heart by Hailstorm. I loved it. And they did good. They did good. I mean, it was a pretty good song. I mean, Hailstorm definitely did it justice. Yeah. Now, Starstruck, Motorhead, and Bill Byford. I feel like Bill was hogging up the deal. Now, of course, Motorhead was doing some bit of it, but I would have loved to hear some Lemmy in it. I mean, he was doing the back vocals, and I was like, Lemmy's God, what are you doing? Like, quit hogging it up, Bill. Oh, Biff. Shit, I messed that up. I mean, Biff. Like, yeah, Biff, what are you doing hogging up the deal? Seriously. Lemmy could do it. I mean, it was about, a woman that was chasing after. And that's Lemmy's own deal right there. The Temple of the King, Scorpions, well, oh wait, before I get to that, I like Motorhead. No, I love Motorhead. Motorhead's a badass band. And, Ace of Spades, I really like their acoustic version of the song. But the song itself is awesome, too. Anyway, The Temple of the King, Scorpion, the song was good, and it was pretty, slow song, That deal keeps going on again. Hate it when it does that. Egypt, the chains are on. It had this mystical deal about it, and it was with the one with Doro singing it, she brought it up into this whole awesomeness, and she's an awesome lady. Like, I mean, let's just admit it, she's hot, and she did some pretty awesome work back in her day, in the 80s, and pretty badass stuff, all these musicians are badass, but we're not that far yet. No, hold on. Now, Holy Diver, done by Killswitch Engage. Now, I stopped a fight with my deal. Oh, sorry. Ditching that. The song was heavier. Now, the music video was strange. But the song was a total badass version. I mean, it was kick ass. I mean, I listened to it once. I was like, what is this? And I've heard it, and it was like super heavy, and I was like, yeah, like it was just a gut busting, brain bleeding deal. Like there was nothing like I don't know if anyone could actually do Holy Diver any better, but I don't know, maybe. So, Catch the Rainbow, and Man on the Silver Mountain, they're okay. I didn't really listen to them much afterwards. I mean, like I was good. But don't get me wrong. Glenn Hughes and Rob Halford, they're pretty good. But Rob Halford, like some, eh, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I like Judas Priest. There was a time when I didn't really have any like electricity. And there was just this tape. One of those deals that you put in and play the tape, and yeah, I would like spend my time listening to that, and it was good. Like, but I don't know. Those three songs just really are for me. Um, Metallica's deal. Running Rising medley, Allied in the Black, Tarot Woman, and Stargazer. The Kill a King. They did it pretty badass. It was kick ass. All of them, like they did more than just one, and that was just awesome. Like of course you'd expect Metallica to like do that. Like because they can do. They've been doing badass music for a long, long time. Like such as Who the Bell Tolls. Pretty badass band there. So This Is Your Life, and that's Steve's song. Now, the song was very good. It was very personal, and I loved it. I took it personal, and I thought, gosh, Dio's God almost. Some people are gonna fight with me, and like, oh my God, you're wrong. I'm just like, buddy, I can have my views. Just, if I want to say what I want, I'll say what I want. Like, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you don't like Dio, that's fine. But you gotta admit, he does have a big, wide support. He got the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund, to stop cancer. And all these bands like coming to do these songs for him. It was all for like the Cancer Foundation. Nobody was paying them. Maybe, I don't know. But they did it out of respect. They went over there because they wanted to do something to fund the man's memory. And Ronnie James Dio was a heavy metal heavy metal vocalist of, well, just to say it, he's a god of heavy metal, and and nobody else could take his place, sure, he's not the godfather of heavy metal, but goddamn, he's the second in line, he was leader of the metal tribe, Let's see. Now here, if you get the album, you get this. It explains everything like this. It comes with the news reporter's story, like Malcolm Down, Kosaki, guy. I can't really read Japanese, you know. I mean, that's racist. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. But, you know, it was a Asian man, obviously. Oh, yeah, it was Japan. I'm not racist. See? And Eddie Trunk, you know. Those guys, like, interviewed him, you know. Let's see. And you know what else? Last very thing is those guys that helped in the music themselves talked about Dio. Now, Dio was a loved man. Hell, he's still loved, you know. People still revere him as a god. And they're gonna have a deal for him today, you know. A deal for him today. The humor, just my humor, you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. And I hope that you remember Dio. Because Dio is a god. Now,